Perfect puzzle for you. Oompa
Loompa doompa dee dee.
If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
It is hour number 2 of the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast.
Hour number 2 starts now on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Okay. So we are going to go to our next guest. She is going to join us here in just a few seconds. She is fantastic. And I am looking forward to getting her on our big program here in just a few seconds. The amazing Danica Danali, and I hope I got that last name correct. She is going to be at Exotica Miami in a few weeks. Yes, Exotica Miami, kids. It is going to be quite the deal. I'm looking forward. I wish we could make it to Miami. Going to Miami. I would love to go to Miami, but the lovely and talented Brittany Baxter is allergic to the entire state of Florida. So there won't be any trips for me. However, we are going to go to our guest. She is going to join us here in just a few moments here on the old skip Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney, yes. Quicker than a, I don't know. I was going to go with a Cthulhuism there, but just forget it. We will just go to our guest. She is going to join us here in just a few moments here on the old skip Skype. Danica Danali, and I hope I got that last name correct. She is going to be appearing at the myfreecams.com booth at Exotica 2021. Yes, indeed, Exotica. It is back, and it is like a goat in a hailstorm, and it is coming to Miami September 17th through September 19th, and you can get your tickets at exoticaexpo.com. We were in New Jersey. Or we're going to be at the New Jersey one. Michael Nagy will be there. We were just in Chicago. And Danica joins us here on the old Skip Skype. Danica, how are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, actually. You are quite the little perv magnet, which would, fit with the kind of world that you were involved in the porno industry. So you're going to be part of this Exotica in Miami. I wish I could go to Miami, but my assistant, who doesn't like being called the assistant, is allergic to the entire state of Florida. So we cannot go. We cannot go to Florida, but I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be there. What is Exotica like for someone like you who is a performer in the industry and not, just casual people coming to the event or the marks or whatever? What is it like for a performer?
It is extremely exhausting, to say the least, but it's so fun. I don't know. I cannot even put it into words. It is the most fun I have ever had in my life going to expos. I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome. Now, you have got quite the following. I will have to say that you've got, just a great background. You've got you've got a lot of fans that love the crap out of you. So you're going to be at the myfreecams.com booth.
Correct.
This is the one, we got to be around the MyFreeCams people years and years ago, and we started going to Vegas for the AVNs. And I'll tell you, the people that are involved with MyFreeCams give you ladies just amazing stuff. You've got a little bit of everything. There's like MyFreeCams slippers. There's MyFreeCams lights.
Oh, yeah.
You literally have everything with their logo on it. I think that's tremendous.
Yes, we do. I have more MyFreeCams power banks and then I
right.
can even count slippers and sweatshirts and pants and blankets and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they just put their logo on everything. It
They
is.
do,
It
and they take
is.
care of us.
It is
So yeah, it's
tremendous.
nice.
So, is this going to be you're going to be in Miami at Exotica, and then you're going to be in New Jersey.
Yes.
What is the difference between the two? If you had to pick one, besides obviously one's in Florida, one's in Jersey.
Right. I could not tell you that. These are my first Exoticas.
Oh, look at that!
Chicago was my very first ever. I usually only went to AVN.
Yes, yes. We went to our first Exotica years and years ago, and they were in Colorado of all places. And then we went to the Chicago one this year, and it is quite the deal. And I will say that I thought it was amazing that at the Chicago one, they in the same building they had the tattoo convention downstairs.
Yes, that was so cool. I loved it. That was great.
So, how did you get started doing all this?
For me, it just kind of fell in my lap. I was just posting pictures online, and Score found me first. So
Wow.
that's how I got in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, what has been the experience so far of being in the adult industry?
For me, it's been great. I really do not have much to complain about. Everyone's been so nice. Everyone is so helpful. I love it there. I really do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what was Chicago like for you?
Oh, that was so fun. It was crazy. It was a smaller, area, but I would compare it to AVN. Not as many booths and not as many people, but it was so exciting.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, there was a lot going on out there at
Yes.
at the Chicago Exotica.
Yeah.
So you have been nominated many a times through AVN. Tell us
Correct.
a little bit about some of these nominations, some of the different things that you've been involved in to get to these nominations.
So for AVN, I've been nominated twice as fan favorite, BBW.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was shocked both times. The first time I was like, that's just a weird fluke. There's no way that's real. And then it happened again, and I was like,
There's no way.
So, but that's insane. I really have no words to describe it. When you see your name up there on the nominations list,
Yes.
and you're like, what? Zoom in to make sure I'm really seeing it right. Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's insane.
So
I walk around with like a permanent smile for weeks.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So when this is out there, how do you how do you get the word out to your people to vote for you and to get all this going?
Yeah, so I put it everywhere. Like, you have to tweet it, you have to go on Instagram, any social media platform that there is, Reddit, even Facebook, anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere you can go. Email it to your email list, Put it everywhere.
Just put it everywhere. Just as
It everywhere.
as my good friend Frank Catola would say, just make the web lousy with the content. So
Everywhere they look, there's Danica.
That's awesome. It is Danica Danali. She's with us today here on our big broadcast, and you can see her live as live can get at Exotica in Miami coming up. It is going to be September 17th through the 19th. She will be at the myfreecams.com booth, and it is going to be, like a goat in a hailstorm out there at the at the old Exotica. So you've been in the adult business for 10 years.
Yes.
You don't look that old. How in the world have you lasted and been in the adult industry as long, and you still have A, all your sanity, and B, you don't look like you've aged a day. So
Aw. Well, thank you. I don't know. It's like I blinked and it's 10 years. It's been so amazing. I don't know. I guess I owe it to an intensive skin regimen.
yeah.
A skincare thing. I don't know. But I hope it lasts for many, many years more.
Yeah. Well, Danica joins us today here in our broadcast, and one of the things that I always love about the porn industry and the girls and guys that are in porn is, and I bring this up a lot when I interview these people because I'm just amazed by this. These Amazon wish lists.
Yeah.
You guys have this is just amazing to me. You put these wish lists up.
Yep.
And then these porn marks go in and they buy you this stuff.
They sure do.
It
Yeah.
is just amazing to me. So what is some of the things that you've put on your wish list that just before you know it, they show up in the mail?
Definitely lingerie for sure. 100%. Any kind of costume that I would have on there.
Okay.
I was recently sent like a Snow White costume.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Snow White. That's great.
And then, sex toys, tons and tons of vibrators and dildos all over the place.
Oh yeah. They looking at your list, you've got gift cards, which I think is great.
Yes.
You've got shoes, lingerie.
Yes, they send me shoes a lot too. Yeah.
You've got a digital camera over here.
Yep.
And at some point you'll get that. Somebody will send that to you.
At some point, I hope so.
All this, different clothes and shoes and jewelry. When you put this wish list up, were you shocked the first time something showed up at your place?
Yes. Well, I was shocked the first time they told me that they bought something, because they usually will tell me, I bought you something off your wish list. It should be there Thursday or whatever. And so, yeah, the first time that happened, I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, cool.
So when that shows up, do you go on your cam site or whatever and make a big deal out of it? How do you put that over to the person that's bought this for you?
Yeah, so usually, of course I thank them profusely.
Yeah.
And I send them pictures of me wearing or using whatever
That's
the
awesome.
item was that they sent.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and then they if they sent me lingerie and stuff like that, they get so excited when they see it in a professional shoot or in any of my scenes. So that's always fun.
We have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live here in our broadcast. Danica Danali is with us. She is going to be appearing live with myfreecams.com at the Exotica 2021 in Miami, Florida, September 17th and September 19th. So do you go to any of the after parties for these events, or do you just figure something else out? Because like when we were in Chicago, the first night we just went down to the hotel bar across the street for the after party.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next night I hear from various people that are like, oh, well, we went to like the strip club party or whatever it is.
There
Do you
are
do
so
you do
many
the
fun.
parties?
I do a few of the parties. I was invited to quite a few, and I did appear at most of them, but I only stay for maybe half an hour, just
Yeah.
so that I can get to them all.
That's
But
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, I did. I was staying in the hotel that had the after parties at the bar, and so I was down there quite often.
Yeah.
And my free cams also throws their own after parties,
Yes,
and
that is
Chatterbait and all the other websites that are sponsoring.
one
Yeah.
of one of our one of our and I don't know how the hell we ended up meeting her, but she's like our buddy now, Lily Cravens.
Lily Craven, I love her. Yes.
She was telling me about all these different parties that these campsites throw just for the models, and I think
Yes,
that is super cool.
they do. And the very last night, Chatterbait throws this huge, fancy seven-course dinner for all of
Wow,
their models. It was so amazing.
wow,
Awesome. Yeah.
that is fantastic. So we have got Danica Danali with us today. She's going to be part of Exotica Miami. So how are you dealing with this really really stupid idea that OnlyFans has decided to do?
Oh my God.
These people built their website on adult content,
Yes.
and now the banking industry, because that's pretty much what it is, the banking industry has come in and decided, well, we're not going to let you guys, payment process anymore.
I know.
Uh,
Exactly.
I guess my first question is, how are you dealing with the OnlyFans part of it?
Um, I'm obviously not happy. I was very upset for about 2 days, until I got my shit together and realized that, I can go anywhere and be
Yeah,
okay. Um, and my fans have assured me that they'll follow me to whatever site I get to, and
yeah.
so that has made this a lot easier. And so as of October 1st, it's all going to be over on
Now,
OnlyFans.
my next question to this, which at some point I think this is just what the adult industry is going to have to do. When are they going to go to places that accept cryptocurrency and we just don't even mess with the banks anymore?
I think some of them do. I don't know the exact sites that do it, but I do know that some of them go through this one bank that only uses cryptocurrency. And I
That's
cannot remember
awesome.
which one it is for
Hey,
the life
that's
of me.
awesome.
But yeah, they do. It's starting.
Well,
It
that's
is
good.
starting.
That's good because at some point the adult industry is just gonna have to do this
Oh, for sure.
because
Yeah.
the banking folks are just gonna cause all sorts of hell. And
Yes, they
it's
will.
just gonna be so much easier to just say, I think we're just gonna go do
Yep,
something with the cryptocurrency industry and not even mess with these banks anymore.
definitely. Yeah. And in a lot of ways, porn leads the way for a lot of different things already.
Yes,
So,
yes,
yeah.
because I know that with the what was it, years and years ago, laser disc and all that, because the
Yes.
porn industry
The
embraced,
HD versus the
yes,
Blu-ray. Yes, yes.
because they embraced Blu-ray and everything. Laserdisc just became a thing of the past.
Yes.
So
I-
maybe the porn industry needs to fully embrace cryptocurrency and we just make
Yeah.
cash a thing of the past. Which
Right.
I would love to make cash a thing of the past in more ways than one.
Oh, yeah.
But
Definitely.
Danica Denali with us today. She joins us live here in our broadcast. You have been so much fun.
Oh, good.
This has been such a fun deal. So with Exotica, you going to Miami. What is the process of you getting ready to go to an event like this? What are you packing? What are you bringing? All that.
Yes. It gets really stressful the closer it gets. So, I try to, use uh I have to book my flight, I have to book my hotel, I have to get talent tested because we also shoot a ton of content with each other since we're all there together.
Yes.
And there's just so much that goes into it. I have to figure out what I'm going to wear for each scene, how we're going to do this, what lights do I need to bring, what, all kinds of stuff, just everything. And I'm always checking at least 2 bags for each event, and it gets crazy.
That is awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. Danica Danali is with us. So, how did you come up with your name? I always am interested in the origins of the gimmick for the for the porn people.
Okay. So for me, my first name is kind of a tribute to my husband.
That's cool.
He loves Danica McKellar. He absolutely loves her ever since the Wonder Years.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use that name. So that's where Danica came from. So Denali comes from my bucket list. I am just dying to visit Denali National Park in Alaska.
Yeah.
Even though it's spelled slightly different. That's where I got that one from.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live here in our big broadcast, and Danica is with us, and she is fantastic. And so Danica, after all this stuff is over and done with Exotica for the year, what do you focus on and do next?
When Exotica is over, I focus on AVN. That's when all that starts.
Ah, okay. Well, yes. I will have to say that I am patiently waiting on the. In fact, I will, go through and see if I can refresh the websites again here. I am patiently waiting on them to announce what the hell they're going to do with AVN. Because I definitely I hope that we can do this in person and not like they did last year, where it was virtual.
Man, I know. Yeah, that was awful.
That was awful. And this coming from somebody in the industry. Amazing. Not just a media person saying this.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of porn PR people that just hated it too. So.
Yeah. I mean, in their defense, it was the first time they had to kind of throw it together quick and.
Well, yeah, I completely.
Yeah, hopefully, we don't have to do that again.
It was a superhuman effort to get that whole thing put together. So yeah. That definitely was.
The fact that it worked most of the way through was pretty amazing.
Yes. So, tell me about some of the different scenes that you do and some of the different people that you've worked with.
Ooh. Over the last 10 years, I don't even know. My favorite ones are the professionally shot ones. It's just the atmosphere is so amazing, everything about it. But yeah, I like shooting my own content too, and it's cool. Fun to meet all the new people, because if I had only stayed with the professional side, I wouldn't meet half as many of the amazing talent that I've met doing my own thing the last 2 years. So
yes. So one of the things that I have had conversations with other porn people about is, especially the webcam girls and everything. They have been trying to figure out why is it that most people are into this content trading stuff and not actually paid shoots. Because, like, I was talking with Lily when we were out in Colorado fairly recently. We went out and interviewed Adrian Paul from Highlander. And I was talking to Lily. We were at another shoot after. And She's like, there's all these shoots and all these people that want to do content trade, and nobody wants to pay anybody. And I said, well, you're not the first person I've heard this from. So what is your stance on that whole thing?
I like both of them, but so with any paid shoot, whether it's professional or just for, another talent's site or whatever.
Yeah.
We only get paid that one time. We don't get royalties or anything like that.
Yep.
So when I shoot my own content, it's mine. Every time somebody buys it, that's my money.
Yep.
And so that's what I like about shooting my own content.
That's great.
I can make more. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that is fantastic because you there's no residuals in porn.
No, there are not.
I've always wondered why no one has ever come up with that concept of doing residuals in the porn world.
That would be nice.
You just get as Jim Ross likes to say, you get mailbox money, and you don't have to. You've got that residual income coming in.
Right.
But before we let you go, how do people get in touch with you on social media and the websites and everything else?
So the best place to find everything is to go to danicasboobs.com.
That's awesome. danicasboobs.com. Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And that'll show you every single link I have everywhere.
Boobs. Was this your idea to come up with this, or did somebody come up with this idea for you?
Honestly, I think I saw another model do that, and I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. And so I went and did it too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. danicasboobs.com, and that gets you all the... that gets you her VIP clips, her OnlyFans while it's still available, her Amazon wish list, Cash App if you want to just send her some money.
I like money.
Which is always encouraged, yes.
Yes.
She is also on the Twitter machine, Instagram. Amazingly, you're on YouTube. How have you been able to maintain a presence on YouTube?
I haven't. So it's nearly impossible, but I do have an idea that I've been working on. I'm currently getting stuff in from Amazon, and I'm going to eventually pick that back up, so that'll be fun. Right now, it's mostly just a bunch of question and answer videos, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more with it, so that's something that's in the works.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you're on TikTok as well, which I always just shake my head when I see that.
That's fun, yeah.
And she is also on Chatterbait, My Free Cams, as well as Pornhub. Of course, everybody needs to be on Pornhub.
Yep,
that's pretty much just what that is. So I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on our program. And
thanks for having me.
You have been so much fun. We definitely have to do this again. Thanks for doing this and chatting with me. And I will talk to you soon. Have yourself a good day, Danica.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it, my friend. There she goes. That is Danica Danali. And the multi-nominated award-winning adult actress joins us today here on our broadcast. She's been in the porn business for 10 years. I am amazed that she is as nice and not a total fuck. Because I've been around many a porn people, been in the business a lot less than her. And it's not a good conversation like it was today. So, that is that. We will, of course, take a time out. When we come back, we have got more coming up. On the other side, it is your world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio show. Radio experience back in a few, my friends.